So, today's election day, and I figured to celebrate it, we would do a little bit of a different type of deck than we normally would. I was thinking we could try a theme deck for the first time on this channel. Now, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special report. Hello, fellow Americans. This is your President and Commander-in-Chief. I was received word of a potential threat coming from outer space to spread criminal ideologicals across the nation. So, in defense of this attack, we've decided to build a wall, a legendary wall, in space. This wall will protect us from threats from the radical left or the radical right, depending on which one we choose. It will be referred to as the presidential resource against multi-intergalactic killers of nations, or Pramikon for short. It will protect us and our monuments of freedom, our talismans of conviction, creativity, and progress, our signets of the arcane, the Azorius, the Boris, and the Izzet, our banners of Jeskai, and our crystals of Rogran. It will stop them from getting our symbols of freedom, our Battleflight Eagle, our Cloud Chaser Eagle, our Dawnfeather Eagle, and our Boros Charm. It will protect our diplomacy, from our diplomats like Mangera to the propaganda that we spread across other nations to get what we want. It will help defend our military, from those who enlist to those who master the warcraft, from those who assemble the legion to the captain's call, to the full alliance of arms, our captain of the watch, our enlistment officers, our Hazda officers, our Sky Knight Vanguard, and Trin themselves, the champion of freedom. They will deploy to the front, become part of our defense grid. They will incite war against the intruders, and with righteous authority and righteous cause, they will reach the crescendo of war. And with the war's toll being paid, they will lay down their swords and return to their plowshares. Now, freedom is not cheap, and taxes must be paid to keep our lifestyle going. We will have the Windborn Muse and the Archangel of Tithes collecting taxes to help pay for the churches. To pay for the war, we have our war tax and Kataki collecting the war's wage. We'll have our mystical fish to help gather taxes for our conservation efforts, as well as the Ristic studies to collect taxes to pay for education. And then finally, we will have our overarching smothering tithe to pay for whatever else we might need to pay for. And back home, on our nation's soil, we must thank those who keep the law and order. From the insurrections that lead to martial law, our first responders will arrest and collectively restrain all those responsible, putting them in front of our stern judge. And if an appeal were to go through, it'll become in front of Asperia, our supreme judge, who on the day of judgment will lay down their supreme verdict and send all those responsible to a ghostly prison. And do not forget that our nation is built on the idea of democracy. We have several open positions available on your next election day, and several referendums up for debate. On the ballot, we have the Council Guardian, Custody Squire, Lieutenants of the Guard, and our Messenger Jays as open positions, so make sure you vote for those that you choose. And then for referendums, we have the Corrosive Portal, the Split Decision, the Council's Judgment, the Plea for Power, and Expropriate. Now, like a good, true patriot in the NFL, if things don't go our way, we can cheat. We have our ballot broker and our Brago's representative to stuff the ballot boxes. And when all else fails, we can use the illusion of choice to just rig the election altogether. Remember, this is the land of the free. From our guild gates to our retreats, from the towers to our deserts, from the orchards to our farmlands, from the streams, falls, expanses, reefs, and everything else in between. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Thank you. We will now return you to your previously scheduled programming. A lot of people say that that's probably not as great of a card as it could be, but we play it anyways. Now, how do we win with this deck? Well, primarily, it's about the votes. It's really nothing else. It's got some ways to defend yourself between the propaganda and the goal sleepers and stuff to prevent people from attacking you, and you get to develop a little bit of an offense through all your knights and tokens and soldiers and whatnot. But what this deck comes down to are those voting abilities. So being able to control the vote and casting vote-like abilities allows us to kind of mess with the table a bit and get a lot of value out of those particular ones. There's very few cards in the world stronger than Expropriate, so it's go out there, have fun. I'm not saying it's a good deck, but it's definitely a fun deck, and it plays differently every time because of the way that the voting mechanic works. Now, if you're actually interested in building this deck, definitely consider looking down in the description below. We will have a link to the list available, so you can purchase it right through there. If you don't want to purchase the whole deck, but there's some of the cards that you saw today that you would like, then use that TCG Player affiliate link to purchase those cards. It won't cost you a single cent more. It will help out the channel, though. I would appreciate that. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like it. I'd love to have you folks join us going forward. And yeah, that is our theme voting day election special. I hope you guys go out and vote. This is America. And if you're not American, if your government has a democracy, go vote in that at your next chance. But go vote. That's the important thing. Go vote. You're running out of time. If you're watching this video and haven't voted yet, you got like 6 hours left. Go vote. Please. Thanks.